Hey boys and girls, this is Wildman Willis here, and I'm looking back at the winter and the fall of wrestling in 2018-17. So it's been a lot of stuff going on all across the wrestling world. You got scandals involving WWE stars, firings, arrests. You got and Impact Wrestling, people bashing people in their head for real with baseball bats. We got New Japan actually having a current WWE star in the main event of one of their shows. All kind of stuff going on. The Indies are ramping up. MLW Radio actually started their wrestling league once again. Major League Wrestling is back. They're running out of Florida, which is cool to see. So I'm just going to go over a lot of things that have been going on. Of course, you got to talk about the biggest dog in the yard, the WWE. Many of the pay-per-views have been fun to watch, but some of them, because of the endings and people know what was going to go on, kind of affected how some people view some of the pay-per-views. They got one point at the Elimination Chamber where the sales were so bad that they had to do buy one, get one free. So that's why it looked full, because a lot of people got in free that day. So that was interesting to see. You got the rise of the women's revolution. They done had their own Royal Rumble match. They done had their own Elimination Chamber match. So it was interesting to see those developments going on in WWE. Tag team scene is not doing well. They have several tag teams, but none of them are really catching on except the Usos and New Day. It's good to see Sheamus and Cesaro on the Raw side as tag team champions, but they really don't have nobody to fight. One of the stars that just popped up, they've been developing for the last year and a half, almost two, is Braun Strowman. He done got himself over organically, and a lot of people was pissed that he did not be in the Raw main event for WrestleMania, and he might be in a tag team match, but we'll have to see what's going on, because it seemed like it's a holding pattern going on because of the scandal of Johnny Bravo releasing Roman Reigns' name in the video, which some people doubt is going to happen. Some people don't believe it's happening. And we'll see. That joint comes out soon. So we'll see how that affects WrestleMania, if any. You got Ronda Rousey finally in the WWE. And she's on a rocky start because she can't cut a promo to save her life. So we'll see how that goes with that. Of course, they had to put her with Stephanie and Triple H, and they picked Kurt Angle because they knew they couldn't get The Rock, because The Rock is really concentrating on a lot of movies right now. So we'll see how that goes with that. We had Enzo getting fired because he allegedly raped the girl. So that was the end of him. So they now doing a Cruiserweight Championship tournament, and they actually going back to the roots of the Cruiserweight. They brought in Rockstar Spud, which is now Drake Maverick, and he seems to be trying to bring legitimacy back to 205 Live, because it's a tough sell, because they have it after SmackDown. If they do it more or before SmackDown, I think it will work out better. Or just do like they do with NXT. Speaking of NXT, they just firing on all cylinders. A lot of their main people had come up to the roster, so they replenished and built new stars. Amber Moon, Aleister Black, Sanity. One of the breakout stars is the Velveteen Dream, which actually he's from Washington, D.C., so that's interesting to see that he's a playoff of Prince. So that's something different to see. Gorgeous George Goldust type character, that kind of thing, you know. So interesting to see that development in NXT. Of course, their takeovers are basically outshine the main event pay-per-views, basically. So we'll see if that trend continues over the WrestleMania weekend. It seems like it probably is. They trying to develop a storyline where Brock doesn't care about anything. So when they have him at the house shows, he beating people in 30 minutes, 1 minute. But it's people that he should be beating in 1 minute or 30 seconds. So they try and get Roman Reigns over. It's not working because he's still getting booed. So, and John Cena getting his wish. He's fighting the Undertaker, a match that was supposed to happen at last year's Mania, but they decided to try to pull the thing with Roman again, and that has not been successful at all. So we'll see how this match is. A lot of people think this should be Undertaker's last match. We'll see how this goes. Only Undertaker knows for sure, so that's on him. I have no control over that. So we'll see after WrestleMania. It's supposed to have a superstar shakeup. We'll see who goes on the Raw, SmackDown. We're also going to talk about Charlotte and Asuka is going to be wrestling at WrestleMania for the SmackDown title. So that should be one of the highlight matches of this year's WrestleMania. So all in all, things are going on with the WWE as usual. Many fans aren't happy. Some fans are happy. Some fans are in the middle of the road. So that's most of the stuff that went on in WWE. And also, I forgot one of the other main stars in 205 Live, which Rick Swan, he's going to decide to retire from wrestling altogether because of the rest that he had with his domestic dispute with his wife. So, kind of sad about that because he was a good wrestler. So, hopefully, everything will work out for him in the future. And one more thing we need to talk about was they tried to bring back the Shield. First, Roman got sick, so they had to plug in Kurt Angle. Then they would try to do the whole Shield thing again. And guess what happens? Dean Ambrose gets hurt, and he's actually going to miss WrestleMania, so that's kind of messed up for him. Shield was just snake bitten. So I don't think they should try Shield reunion anytime soon. And with this shakeup, I don't think it's going to happen anymore. So that's all that's going on in WWE. That's most importantly right now. So going on to New Japan, they expanding their U.S. takeover with actually opening a dojo in Los Angeles. So we'll see how that runs with that. Hopefully they start running more shows over here in the U.S. And what's also awesome about New Japan was they actually had Chris Jericho in the main event against Kenny Omega. So that was interesting to see. Hell of a match. But the only problem about the match is Chris Jericho, you know he has a podcast. So him and Kenny Omega actually talked about the match and the development on their podcast. So kind of ruined stuff for that match because they was going hard against each other. So that was just, I don't understand why they did that with exposed. Well, wrestling is exposed, but still, they could have kept some kind of kayfabe off that joint. Let that joint simmer some. And a tag team that everybody's interested in New Japan, the Golden Lovers, are back together again. So their developments, it's going to be interesting. Bullet Club is going through some things right now. I think Omega is out. I'm not sure, but Cody Rhodes seems to be taking over. And good for Cody because he took a chance, left WWE, and now look at him. He's making money just and having titles, reigns. So that's cool to see that's happening for him. So glad for him to take a chance to leave WWE and doing better with that. Of course, they just have great matches on New Japan Wrestling. If you had Access TV, you can watch the matches on there. So they actually had Wrestle Kingdom a couple of days after it actually happened with American commentating. So that's cool. You know, Jim Ross is on there. Josh Barnett are doing their thing on there as well. So that's cool to see all of that. Well, moving on from New Japan, we got Impact Wrestling. It's not TNA anymore. A lot of people have left, and they're showing up in NXT. Got EC3. Probably gonna make a big splash in NXT once he really start breaking out. Bobby Lashley seems like he's gonna be coming to WWE. So probably after WrestleMania, we'll see how that goes. He's done developed his persona. He finally has mic skills. Because when he was first starting, he looked like a deer in the headlights. So now he even got used to stuff and he developed his character. And he's a well-rounded wrestler. So we'll see how that goes. They have had management changes. Jeff Jarrett came back, and then he sold it and tried to make Global Force a thing in TNA, and that didn't last. Now Anthem is trying to rebuild Impact Wrestling into something. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. All I know is one thing for sure. The boys need other places to go, so if they can develop themselves and keep on going real good, hopefully Impact Wrestling will be okay, because I know some people want them to just go away, but hey, man, if they have a place where wrestlers can hone their craft and hopefully make it to the big stages, I have no problem with that. So that's it with TNA, and then we got all the little independent offshoots going on all over the area. We got one up in DC, up in Maryland, MCW Wrestling. They usually have big stars coming in for signings and stuff. I know Leo Rush used to wrestle there a lot, and he's now in NXT. So maybe he'll be going to the cruiserweight division and 205 Live and spice that up a little bit more. So we'll see how that goes. As I said, the podcast network, MLW Radio, with Court Bauer at the helm, is now going into doing independent shows. So that's good to see, because they'll have opportunities for people, especially down in Florida, which is a big wrestling belt down there. So you get to see, you can actually watch some of this whole pay-per-views on YouTube for free. So go find MLW on YouTube and you can see their matches. They got people like MVP down that joint. So that's also cool to see that. So you can, all I got to say is please go, if you can, if you got wrestling in the area and they put on good shows, go support them. It's a lot of trash, but it's a lot of good stuff. And one wrestling I wish I could talk about more is Ring of Honor, but I really can't, because if I don't look for them on YouTube, I don't really see them on TV. I know sometimes they shows up on the channels on cable, but it be wild hours of the night, so it's probably easier for people to look at them on YouTube. But they always have matches around the Maryland and Philadelphia area you can go to. So that's cool to see. They got up and coming people. They got people from back in the day we used to. It's a good thing going on with Ring of Honor Wrestling as well. So hopefully we'll see more of these places rise up so you have alternatives from WWE. So that's about it. All in all, wrestling has been pretty good this last fall and winter. Only disappointments was Survivor Series was kind of corny. It didn't really have any major things solved in there. It was just the Triple H ego show, and they ain't really carry anything from that other than Kurt Angle and Triple H in that Raw versus SmackDown match. So that was kind of a bum. The highlight so far to me was the Royal Rumble because Nakamura cemented himself in the SmackDown main event of WrestleMania against AJ Styles. This is going to be a clinic. If you want to see how well these two wrestle against each other, you could probably pull up their match from New Japan on YouTube. So we'll see how this goes. This is Wildman Willis signing off. See you next time.